Their aim is not simply to embarrass the United States, Wolf. Their aim is to divide us, to cause us to come into combat with each other, to disintegrate from within. And I would not be surprised to learn that they have fomented some of these extremists on both sides using social media. I wouldn't be surprised to learn that they're funding it in some way, shape, or form.
I'm Aaron Maté, sitting in for Jimmy Dore here with Jalyssa Dugrot, independent journalist covering the LA protests for Mint Press News. And Donald Trump has opinions on who is out there protesting ICE and the raids on undocumented immigrants. He thinks some of them might be professionals.
Breaking up the sidewalks with a big hammer, handing pieces of the concrete to other people.
Who do you think is paying for that?
Somebody's paying for it. Thank you.
We might have something to do with it.
Thank you for saying that. Somebody's paying for that. I watched total professionals. He's banging the curb, banging the granite, banging the concrete. And he had a whole group of people. They lined up like totally professionals, grabbed the big chunks, and they dropped it on the soldiers. They dropped it on the Los Angeles police. These are insurrectionists, they're agitators, or troublemakers. At a minimum, they're troublemakers.
All right. So he grants that they might just be troublemakers, not paid professionals. But look, many people out there think that there are some paid agitators out there. Jalyssa, you've been in the streets. Have you seen, in your opinion, any paid protesters?
Haven't seen any paid protesters yet. There's a huge mass protest tonight, so I'll be sure to clue you in if I see anything. Right now, what I really keep seeing in the protests, even the pop-up ones around the city, is that they warn each other, in the midst of these protests. Don't throw anything. Don't fight them. Just do what they say and comply. And they chant and they remain organized as they conduct these protests. But I haven't seen any paid agitators. But I do believe that they exist. And I do believe that they exist by the opposite party or, MAGA or, anybody under Donald Trump. And I do believe they exist to legitimize or provide credibility to the harsh crackdowns to continue them, is what I believe.
What I find funny about every time you have mass protests, there's somebody on either side to say that everyone is just they're the work of foreign agitators. So you're hearing that now from the MAGA, from like Stephen Miller, that this is like part of a planned plot to sow chaos from Mexico. The Mexicans are behind this. And Democrats did this too. I mean, they did this for years throughout Russiagate. Here is, for example, former senior Obama administration and Biden administration official Susan Rice. During the Black Lives Matter protests of 2020, she was sure that Russia was fueling the fire.
The Russian playbook as well. But we can't allow the extremists, the foreign actors, to distract from the real problems we have in this country that are long-standing, centuries old, and need to be addressed responsibly by new leadership.
You're absolutely right on the foreign interference, because we know for decades the Russians, when it was the Soviet Union, the communists, they've oftentimes tried to embarrass the United States by promoting the racial divide in our country. But what you're suggesting, Ambassador, is that they're still trying to do that? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we see it all the time. We've seen it for years and frankly every day on social media, where they take any divisive, painful issue, whether it's immigration, whether it's gay rights, whether it's gun violence, and always racism, and they play on both sides. Their aim is not simply to embarrass the United States, Wolf. Their aim is to divide us, to cause us to come into combat with each other, to disintegrate from within. And I would not be surprised to learn that they have fomented some of these extremists on both sides using social media. I wouldn't be surprised to learn that they're funding it in some way, shape, or form.
So basically, Democrats say it's always the Russians that are sowing chaos. And the MAGA crowd, at least, the people in the administration that are consider themselves MAGA, people like Stephen Miller, I mean, he talks about illegal alien invaders, cartel killers, foreign terrorists, transnational gangs, that they're the ones sowing chaos deliberately. So everything basically is always a foreign plot designed to destroy the U.S. and not maybe something to do with uniquely, U.S. problems that are homegrown. And in the case of the U.S., and this is the part that always gets ignored, there are a lot of undocumented immigrants here, and a lot of them are here because the U.S. helped destroy their countries. Like, for example, in Latin America, launching coups that are designed to destroy entire economies, like in Venezuela with the sanctions, or in Cuba, which has been the target of a regime change campaign for more than 60 years. And people flee countries when you try to destroy their economies. That's what happens. But that side never gets discussed by either side of the aisle, whether it's Democrats or it's Republicans.
America has a great habit of that. Western intervention in the Middle East and in South America is one hell of a drug. And we definitely blow it up and then wonder why, these people can't afford food or they are fleeing their countries. It's definitely because of us. And it's very evident. The list of examples definitely could go on and on. But I mean, other than that, even in California, it has real issues of its own. The housing crisis, the economy, the fires, like real problems that affect Americans, Californians every single day that people fail to address. And for some reason, we're, suddenly and solely focused on, the migrants, the immigrants, the Mexicans, like they're this looming problem that we just need to get off of, and they actually benefit California in multiple ways, more than one. And I just feel like we're looking away from that to probably push a larger agenda that the United States has in mind.
Come see us on tour in Glasgow, Manchester, Belfast, Dublin, Liverpool, Birmingham, and London. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.